Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is Kemberley, Washington with Forbes Advisor, a trusted destination for unbiased personal finance advice, news, and reviews to discuss how COVID-19 had a disproportionate impact on Black small businesses. Kemberley, it's great to see you again. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And Black businesses closed at record numbers during COVID-19. Why were they hit especially hard?
So you're right, they did. They closed at record numbers, up to 40% at the beginning of the pandemic in comparison to any other racial groups. But the reason why is because of the lack of financial resources. Research shows that these small Black businesses that were closed were especially impacted because they didn't have the financial resources to weather the financial storm that COVID brought about during those times.
What types of challenges did they face before the pandemic? Was lack of resources one of them as well?
Right. And so the biggest thing is because of the result of the racial wealth gap. Research shows that the wealth gap here in the United States is 10 times more for whites than Blacks. And so many of these small businesses did not have the wealth going into these businesses, and they weren't healthy as it relates to their finances. So that's the major thing that happened to these businesses at the beginning of the pandemic.
How are Black-owned businesses the answer to bridging the wealth gap?
It's really the key, and it's really the answer. One of the things that I found while writing this article is, number one, that Blacks who own businesses are more likely to have higher levels of wealth than Blacks who do not have business. There was a study that showed Blacks who have businesses had 12 times more wealth than those who did not have businesses. So Black ownership, Black businesses, they really do matter, and they are the key to growing the wealth gap.
And Kemberley, what can be done to support Black-owned businesses?
There's a couple of different things that you can do. One of the things that I found in my article while interviewing a small business owner is that he stated that his small business actually was the gateway for his employees to actually buy homes, start businesses. So once we support a Black business, you're not only supporting just their business, but you're supporting their employees, and you're helping to bridge the gap that's actually in place as it concerns to the wealth gap.
All right, Kemberley, appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you.